Is it okay for believing married couples to use birth control to prevent pregnancy? The answer depends on your understanding of Genesis. That's right, we have a mandate from God to be fruitful and multiply. There has been debate over the centuries about what that means. Are we still commanded to get married and to make babies? I think that is the biblical pattern, but I would suggest to you that is not a command. That means Christians need to have the maximum amount of babies possible. There are two reasons for this. One is the practical. If God intended for us to be perpetually having babies, in other words, to fail to take the opportunity to have a child every single time, that would be a sin. That would mean a couple would need to go from pregnancy to delivery to pregnancy immediately, otherwise they're sinning. That doesn't seem right, does it? However, I think the second reason is more substantive, and that is an understanding of the life of Jesus Christ and Paul, who were single and didn't have babies. If we are commanded to, you've got to get married and you've got to make babies, then they were sinning, and we know that they were not. Therefore, we can conclude that an individual and a couple do not have to have the maximum amount of babies possible. Furthermore, the New Testament informs us it's actually better to be single, and here's why. You can serve in the church more when you do not have familial responsibilities. If Genesis were commanding us in the garden to be maximum fruitful and multiply, then that would contradict what Paul talks about in the book of 1 Corinthians. Therefore, I think we can conclude a couple does not need to have a baby as often as possible. Friel, you're begging the question. Not really. Birth control, I believe, and I know out of the tens and tens of people watching this, there's going to be some disagreement based on the aforementioned Bible verses. I do not believe that we are playing God by utilizing some form of non-abortifacient containing birth control to determine when it might be better for a particular family to have more children. As is always the case, our motivation is crucial in this instance. If it's, I don't want to have kids because I want to have more stuff and more trips, then you can be really selfish, and you need to really adjust that to reconsider the blessings of children. Is it possible that you don't want to have kids because you just don't want the inconvenience, you don't want to deal with the messes? Then you need to examine your heart and make some adjustments in life so that you can make a more clear and thoughtful decision on the blessing of having children. But if our motivation is pure, in that right now would be a time of difficulty for us because of financial situations. We just had another baby. There was a job transfer, and it would just be better to put this off until we kind of get things under control. I don't think that a Christian needs to feel any guilt about making a decision that right now it's just not the best time. Disagree? Oh, I suspect somebody might, which is why please start with the mandate that we see in Genesis and ask yourself the question, does that verse demand every single Christian have as many babies as possible? And then I think you will have the answer to the birth control question. Hello, Maria. This is Todd Friel from your auto insurance company, noticing you're not taking advantage of any of our life insurance policies. Really? Oh, really? You're not afraid to die? That's funny. Listen to this clip from Paul Washer.
I'm talking about you.
So what do you think of that, Maria?